Welcome to the Wrestling Bubble. This is open mic night, and today we're going to talk about a few different things. One thing in particular I'd like to start off talking about is Cody Rhodes. Who? Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Yeah. Mr. Nice Guy.
Not anymore.
It didn't look like it at Night of Champions. What I saw was Cody, a man that will do anything, including, I don't know,
stab his own friend in the back.
Fight dirty against his own friend.
I mean, to be fair, Randy Orton started it.
Hold up, this is the same friend that went to battle for Cody Rhodes to protect the WWE from the bloodline. You don't remember that?
Ain't nobody care about that no more.
Hey. But they think that's the same Cody Rhodes that's there right now.
Let me touch base on Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has not been the same since he lost the title at WrestleMania because he was too distracted with The Rock talking about taking his soul. Then he was worried about what the WWE fans going to think if he takes The Rock's deal. And instead, he should just been worrying about himself and that title at the time. So instead, John Cena used his emotion, what Cody had, and then end up being the Undisputed Champion today. And then Cody started realizing, you know what? Sometimes you do got to take shortcuts to get far. And I'll say Randy started it because Randy didn't think Cody had it in him to play dirty.
Newsflash. Cody Rhodes is not the man you think he is. Cody Rhodes feels like he's the only person that can get the job done when it comes to John Cena. He is a man on a mission, and he is a man that will soon, most likely, if he keeps doing the things that he's doing, will be a man without friends.
Who needs friends? It's about cash and championships.
Booker T.
No, I love it. I did want Randy Orton to win so Cody can have that more anger inside for being distracted. You know, for the past, let's say a week, he wasn't able to get no word in when Jey Uso came out, Randy came out, and then Sammy came out. But I can also see a swerve where Cody makes it to SummerSlam, which he already is, with John Cena. You know, the match starts building up and everything. And then maybe Randy come out of nowhere RKO him. Because he's pissed that Cody technically cheated to beat Randy, to be honest. If you look
Well, it looked like Randy was going to cheat as well.
But Randy.
Cody just beat him to the punch. Randy Orton had the opportunity to punt kick Cody Rhodes' head clean off his shoulders.
Right.
And he told us in a promo that he will do whatever he's got to do, right? He will do whatever it takes. And if that means I gotta go through you, Cody, then so be it, right? Didn't happen. He froze. He choked. You only get one shot. That's what Eminem said.
You know who
and he blew it.
When Kevin Owens also froze when he first faced Cody. And then he snapped. So are we going to get Randy heel or are we going to get Cody heel? Who's going to be more entertaining as a heel? Me? Cody.
I think it's the situation where you bring out the heel in Cody. Because Cody is going... Look, Randy Orton ain't beating Cody, okay? I think we've already established that is Super Cody right now. And as low as Randy's willing to go after Night of Champions, after the screw job, right? After Night of Champions, I feel like Cody's just going to show how much lower he's willing to go. Because it's his destiny that he beats John Cena and takes back his WWE Championship.
Undisputed. Well, he had a point. Cody did point out, I mean, Randy, you and John Cena have one thing in common. Y'all been champion for 15 and 17 times. I think he only been a champion, once? Possibly twice? So Cody's coming for blood. I'm pretty sure I know there was a rumor stating that he took down the quarterback off his Twitter page. I don't know if he put it back on. Cody is over it. He's tired of looking after everybody else. Everyone who's supposed to be his friends, quote unquote, at the end of the day, looking out for themselves too. Like you pointed out earlier, Randy went from Cody, I got your back. I'm gonna protect you when he was a champion. Now that he's not Cody, I gotta do what I gotta do. If I gotta kick your head in, I'm gonna kick your head in.
Look at how any backstage segment or whenever in the ring, like Randy would always stare at the title when Cody was holding it. Even when he was going to hand it back to Cody, he still held it and stared at it first. Come on. Cody knows, to keep his friends close, but his enemies closer.
Mm-hmm.
Have these people been Cody's friends all along, or have they been the enemy?
I feel like the enemies in Cody's eyes at this point. Like, look at Randy. Look CM Punk. He went from, at least he told Cody, yes, he will come after the title in front of him, not behind his back. But at the end of the day, he jumped the line too to get a title shot. That was supposed to be Cody. So instead of Cody getting his rematch that John Cena declined, he had to go through a whole King of the Ring tournament to get where he's at.
I mean, it's crazy how that rematch clause works or doesn't work.
Nope. John Cena said no rematch clause. You got to start from the back.
That's why Roman Reigns hasn't popped up yet.
Ooh, done. Well, he did try.
What he held a belt for like 4 years?
4 years. Wow.
No rematch in sight.
He tried a Royal Rumble.
Did he?
And Seth Rollins screwed him from that too. But while we're talking about touch a little base of Seth Rollins, you see Seth Rollins is back to screwing CM Punk for winning the championship.
At least that's how they tried to frame it, Michael Cole.
I know.
What really happened was Seth Rollins was trying to cash in for the undisputed WWE Championship during John Cena and CM Punk's match. A failed attempt at that. And
hate to see
you have to wonder, okay, what's the deal with these cash attempts?
I know.
What the Money in the Bank cash in attempts, right? If you fail to cash in, shouldn't that be it?
Well,
you
they have to
attempted
ring
to
the
cash
bell
in.
yeah.
Well, okay. I mean, he had the ref. He handed the briefcase.
They didn't ring the bell. They didn't announce
the bell was already.
Seth Rollins has officially cashed in for the Money in the Bank contract. You have to do the whole announcement.
Oh my god!
They gotta make it extra so everybody knows that Seth Rollins is no longer Mr. Money in the Bank.
I guess. Otherwise, wouldn't it just been a? I don't know, man.
I feel like Seth will cash in eventually, probably before the end of this year. I can see it.
I don't know. I just don't want to, there's got to be, some clear-cut rules with this Money in the Bank cash.
They hold it for 365 days. What more rules do you need?
No. I mean, when you attempt to cash in, what counts as an attempted
but then you take
cash
away
in and versus everything else? Because it seems like no matter, look at Tiffany Stratton, how many times she was, attempting to cash in. And then, I mean, what was so different than what Seth just did and what Austin Theory did?
Well, Austin Theory actually had the announcement and everything.
I guess.
He cashed in and then he got the, what, did he win the United States belt for cashing in? Yeah, it was. I believe it was the United States.
He actually
belt
won? I thought it was a failed attempt at the United States title.
No, he won it, I believe.
Dang, it show you exactly how forgettable that was.
But he had failed attempt when he was trying to cash in on Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, nobody thought he was gonna cash in successfully.
No.
It's because of the way they were building him up. Not building him up.
Nah, but I mean, I also like this failed attempt from Seth Rollins because now you can steer back to Seth Rollins, CM Punk, because eventually OTC is actually coming back, I believe, before or after SummerSlam. So they got to rekindle that storyline because you never really finished it with the whole Paul Heyman betraying CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
Yeah. You really think they're gonna jump straight into that?
They're gonna build.
They'll probably touch on it just because now that CM Punk and John Cena already had their match, you can run back the CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, because now obviously since Seth Rollins ruined CM Punk's title shot, now he's gonna be going after Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns comes back. He too has a grind or an axe to pick with with Seth Rollins
and his goons
because of Paul Heyman, right?
Yep.
And wasn't Roman Reigns the one that got pinned at WrestleMania?
He got pinned on WrestleMania. He got speared by Braun Breaker.
So with Roman, if he is coming back soon, right, you can go in that direction for I guess one of the bigger matches for SummerSlam. And then you also have whatever you want to do with the Bloodline, which he probably don't give a... I don't know. It depends on what Solo ends up doing with the Bloodline.
Well, right now it's the Bloodline 3.0 with Solo, which honestly, I feel like they should just scratch the whole Bloodline name and just give Solo Group a whole new name.
Well, see, we don't know if they're going to actually call them the Bloodline yet.
Yeah, that's why I said just scratch that name out if they're going for it. We don't need, like, chapter 3 of the Bloodline. At this point, I'm already, like, I love what they're doing with Solo, finally. But, nah, we're done with the Bloodline. We already been there, done that. Pretty much the whole group broke up. Like, let's be honest here. And it looks like Jimmy Uso ain't going far, but he probably staying in a tag team division.
These are second and third string superstars fighting over who can be the legit second place Bloodline. Or, I don't know. Anyway.
But I do want to touch base back on the Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns. Now that we know Cody is going to be wrestling John Cena at SummerSlam, we also want to piggyback how Seth Rollins and Cody, been like interacting, not like really fist fighting or anything, but it's like Seth Rollins wants to, but at the same time, he's like, no, I don't want to drag Cody into this because she's the reason why he got Cody where he was at the time. Do you feel like Seth Rollins is going to try doing a cash-in at SummerSlam?
I don't see why not. It's the second biggest stage in WWE. I mean, it's starting to look like Crown Jewel and any other Saudi pay-per-view, honestly. But, yeah. So, I could see Seth attempting to cash in. I would rather that be a successful cash-in and call it a day on that, because I don't think this is the type of Money in the Bank situation that you can drag out for long. Naomi's, you can do whatever you want to do with Naomi's, because she's got the character that's gonna make it interesting. But Seth, not so much. He's got to have big things happen in short periods of time to keep him somewhat interesting.
Let's say he does cash in, like you said, successfully, a triple threat, and let's say he's about to win, and that's when you get the OTC. It's a triple threat.
Yeah, you could have something like that happen. Yeah.
I can definitely see that happen. Like, basically, because remember, Seth Rollins caused Roman Reigns the Royal Rumble and whatever else. So why not cause Seth Rollins to win the title, have John Cena keep it for now until someone's ready to take it off of him. And then now you have Roman Reigns back into the picture with Seth Rollins and CM Punk back in the picture.
And then you have the Usos teaming up with Roman Reigns. No, okay.
I mean, while you're talking about it, people has been pushing that they want to see the Usos back together.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't have the same person writing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why it pretty much ran out of gas. Once you remove the person whose idea was, I don't know. It's just, obviously, we got WrestleMania 40, and all of that was off the back of Vince. All right. And any other stories that were ready to, pretty much finish up by the time WrestleMania 40 came around. So from there, you have what we have now. Whole lot of nothing.
A whole bunch of makeup storylines is what I'm seeing.
A whole lot of people not over.
Nope.
I mean, yeah, the fans sing songs and whatnot, but at the end of the day,
interaction with the match
there's like
matters.
Maybe 3 people that are actually somewhat over.
Right.
But not on a superstar, megastar level.
I mean, right now, who's over right now? Could they keep putting in our face? Seth Rollins.
Negative.
I said right now. I'm not saying
Nah,
Seth
John Cena,
Well,
Roman
yeah.
Reigns, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk.
That's 4. What about Randy?
And I would say Cody is pushing it because, once again, it's really more of a song thing. They get loud whenever they mention his name and stuff. So, I mean, he's, as far as like the current roster of full-time people, I would say Cody. Randy, when it comes to like international crowds.
I feel like he got American crowds too.
All right, so let's say take away like The Rock, Roman Reigns, because he's never really there. John Cena, who's getting ready to retire. You got CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, and who else?
I mean,
Randy Orton,
yeah.
but that's it.
You say you're not gonna say Seth Rollins.
No,
Oh.
they're trying to put him like in positions to get over, but
Mhm.
Seth has never been the guy. Nope.
I could see Cody being the guy, but not as a babyface. Because after a while, the crowd's just gonna get bored of him. He has to be. He has to change. Even if he's not a full heel, I'm fine with tweener Cody or something. Because right now, if he wants the crowd to be like Saudi Arabia is a perfect example. That crowd did not cheer Cody. Sorry, they was booing him.
Yeah.
They was booing him. When he threw a punch, you get a boo. Randy throw a punch, you get a yay. When he was pretty much beating up Randy's back, all you got was a bunch of boos. Cody was basically, Randy has a back injury, and Cody did not care. He was going for the back also, just to slow Randy down. No RKO for you, bro.
A man on a mission, like I said.
This is his idea the whole time. And speaking of idea, disappointment for Saudi Arabia as the crowd went silent. Jade Cargill, congratulations. She is the new queen of the ring. But a lot of people think it was a botch ending.
I mean, something looked like it went wrong.
Like
she, hit Jade, flipped Asuka over,
Right.
and went for the little pin combination, whatever she does at the end, where she holds up one leg and leans back, licks her hand or whatever.
Man, she holds
and she
both
completely fell over. So at that point, it was like, well, would that really be considered a kick out? Or like, you know what I mean? Because clearly Asuka's shoulder wasn't up at that point. So I don't know. I don't know if it was if that was supposed to happen. I doubt it because she legit lost her balance. So I don't know. When it happened, I was just like, wait a minute. That's it? Like, it didn't look like that was a match ending.
I feel like with Jade's pin, as you explained, it's like she was too heavy for Asuka to kick out. So it was just like, just end it right then and there.
Well, like I said, it's like she lost her balance.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, clearly she never does what she did, which was like kind of fall over. And, it looked like the way she fell, she lifted Asuka's off the mat just a little bit, like where her shoulder came up. So they'll probably just leave it alone. We saw what we saw, but we'll just move on regardless and not go back.
Jade has a guaranteed spot now in SummerSlam against Tiffany Stratton. Tiffy time.
Tiffany's time's been up.
Yeah, I feel like 2 things can happen. We know Naomi, proceed with caution, has the Money in the Bank briefcase right now. She can cash in at any time. Keyword, anytime. So Tiffany, let's say she's out in the streets, just minding her business. She can bring in I remember they used to do back in the day. Attack her, cash in, that's it.
They ain't doing that.
I know, right?
You said back in the day.
But let's talk about present day. Let's say Jade Cargill wins. Do you feel like... I know Naomi been teasing at the time that she wants to get Tiffany back. 2 things can happen. Let's say Naomi does come out during their match, distract Tiffany because they want to probably protect her, and Jade ends up winning. Celebrating like she likes to do. And let's say Naomi can clock her for a few times and then cash in, wins the belt. Jade's not gonna have a successful title run, in my opinion, if they put it on her. So you might as well just cut it short.
I don't think Jade does. I think Jade's another type of chaser. short title reigns whenever
Mhm.
she does actually win a title. She won't have a lengthy title reign until they feel she's comfortable, until she looks convincing to the rest of us, as if she could, she's got to be able to hold, she's got to be able to at least carry 5 minutes worth of the match herself. You know what I mean? And she's got to do her part to meet the other person halfway as they're carrying her, because whoever she faces is going to have to carry her. It's not to say that she wrestles. It's not to say that she's wrestling terrible. It's just she's still clearly still learning and still needs a lot more improvement. It's not to say that like we don't want to see her do well or anything, but I mean clearly somebody else could have been in that spot. But this Naomi storyline with her and the World Championship in general, it's bigger to where Jade has to be in that spot in order for the story to culminate the way that it's supposed to.
It would be even better if Bianca Belair was back too.
I mean, we can't have nice things.
No,
So.
but I feel like it's really was just a thumb injury. I feel like she's going to be returning probably on SummerSlam, and I want to see heel Bianca. First of all, like we said in a few of our videos, Jade haven't checked on Bianca since she got injured. She hasn't really spoke to Bianca since she attacked Naomi. She never apologized to Bianca, what happened. It's like we've been hearing more about Naomi checking on Bianca, texting her, blowing up on Twitter, everything else, even show up her house creepy much. Talk about like the past and everything. But instead with Jade, it's just push Bianca to the side, focus on herself, want to go for a championship. That's it. Didn't even care about going for the tag titles anymore. It's like, okay, as Naomi was trying to say, Jade was just a leech. She was just with Bianca to get a couple, put her name out there. All right, now I could just focus on myself. Thanks, Bianca. Moving on. I need heel Bianca. She did everything for Jade.
All right, so we got the whatever's gonna happen with the Jade, Naomi, Bianca Belair story to be continued. So next we're moving on. Let's switch gears and talk about AEW a little bit. Let's talk about
Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm.
Since we are talking about the ladies, sure. I think both of us have Mercedes Moné to win at All In and beat Toni Storm.
No. Don't put me in
I
there.
thought you'd like that.
Nah.
No, honestly, I have
Toni Storm for me. I am a Toni Storm fan. I love timeless Toni. No matter what you put her in, she makes everything look phenomenal.
She does, which is why she doesn't need a title to do it.
You're right. I agree. But I feel like if they put it on Mercedes, that's the end of the women's division.
Yeah, but at the same time, if Toni Storm, already the women's world champ, if she beats Mercedes, now she's 2-belt Toni.
How's she 2-belt Toni? She going for the TBS title too?
I thought both titles are going to be on the line.
No. Mercedes Moné is going to be defending her title.
Oh, no deal. How you going to put... Look, Toni put something on the line, but Mercedes, if she loses, she still has her TBS title.
Yeah.
Man, please, double up.
I mean, honestly, they might end up doing that because Mercedes is facing Mina this Wednesday. So let's say she end up winning and then she attacks Mina and Toni is like not having it because that is her lover, her boo, her everything. And she's like, you know what, Mercedes? I want to take everything from you. Let's put that TBS title on the line. So we're going to, winner takes all. I mean it's in the title.
It's the only
all
thing that
in.
makes sense. It only makes sense. But I think I kind of fantasy booked it this way. Toni Storm screws Mercedes Moné. Mina comes away with the TBS championship.
I don't want that.
Remember? What did Mercedes just say to Toni Storm when she attacked her?
Let the games begin.
Let the games begin.
And I know Mina told Toni.
But that was that was Mercedes' attack on Toni. Tony's still due for an attack on Mercedes.
Well, she kind of did before.
No.
Yeah, she did it in Mexico.
What I'm saying,
Mexico.
right? Toni attacked first.
Yeah.
Then Mercedes. Tick for tack. So now
I get what
Tony's
you're
got to
saying.
attack again.
I say, don't you
They've
attack
already
that
set the
girl.
precedence that they're going to be doing this,
Right.
one upping each other. Okay, what can you do bigger than having Mercedes Moné lose her TBS championship and take her first loss?
I feel like her first loss should be in All In Texas.
I'm telling
Make
you.
it let's make it
no,
more
this
shocking.
is where she beats Toni Storm
No.
at All In Texas because
I'm
now
telling-
she one-ups Toni Storm and probably get some kind of surprise debut or appearance or somebody comes back, but now they're teaming with Mercedes Moné or who knows. I would have loved to see Tekla in that role, but whatever.
She's too busy with Julia and Sky Blue right now.
Yeah, and come on, man.
She was signed to be on AEW Collision.
Come on.
One of the biggest stars, free agents, turned down WWE to be on AEW Collision. What the freak just happened here?
Man, come on. You can't have somebody as good as Tekla and just stick her on Collision, a show nobody watches.
Oh,
But,
it gets better. And she's with Julia and Sky Blue, wrestling Queen Amanada, Anna Jade, girl with the whatever booty, and then the return of whatever she want to call herself.
Was it Harley Cameron?
No, Harley Cameron has
I know
been
she's out
booted
with an injury.
She is with what's her name? Take whatever.
Oh, Tay Mello?
Yeah, that shit. So
Sammy Guevara's wife?
That is where Thekla's at. One of the biggest stars is with those cards. Nate Carter's.
A moment of silence for Tekla's career in AEW. It died a quick death. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it a couple more months. Maybe 3. Because Tony takes forever. And let's see what he really gonna do with Thekla. I'm like, is she just there just for time, for a limited time and then finally on Dynamite?
I give it a week after All In. And then you'll know exactly what he's gonna do or what he won't do with Tekla.
Yeah, because it's like, why make her debut on Dynamite? Attack Jamie Hayter, which we haven't seen since. And then
that's
put her on
exactly
AEW
what
Collision.
she's supposed to be doing right now. She's supposed to be mixing it up with Jamie Hayter, going it towards all. They're supposed to be fighting at All In.
I mean, is Jamie Hayter injured?
Who knows? I mean, she already was getting booked, kind of like really bad leading up to Mercedes. Okay. Then that happened. It seemed like, wow, there's a resurgence. Now he actually gives, he actually cares about Jamie Hayter's booking now. No, that was just because she was involved with Mercedes Moné. Then you have Tekla show up with the botch debut, whatever. She picks up Jamie Hayter, knocks her back out. And then after that, you don't see Jamie Hayter again. No promo, no nothing.
No revenge. No build to, like you said, All In Texas.
Just had a great match with Mercedes Moné, and then nothing. This was the easiest. This was an alley-oop. This was so easy to do. Tekla versus Jamie Hayter. It's right there.
Thanks for coming, Jamie.
Oh my gosh. Yo, Jamie needed a feud after Mercedes Moné because Jamie was getting hot again. And then you had the perfect villain come in. The toxic spider or whatever she calls herself, Tekla. That was the perfect villain for Jamie Hayter. Then she could, I don't like 50-50 booking, but like Jamie Hayter can come out on top with that feud, but Tekla has to look like a savage the entire time to get her over in that regard. Heels don't always have to win.
No.
But you have to get that character over, and you have to establish what type of heel they are. They're savage. They do whatever they got to do to damage, to beat up, to beat their opponent, to embarrass their opponent, etc. You know what I mean? And Tekla could have come across that way if they would have had the feud. I don't know what's going on with Tony Khan, but bro, Just when it looked like you're back in your bag again, it turns out you were in the wrong bag. We'll just leave it at that.
But to sum it up, the Mercedes and Toni, I got Toni. I need Mercedes to beat Mina. I need her to beat up Mina after the match. I'm gonna need Toni to come out, and that's when you get all it, because it's all in Texas. You gotta put it all in and make it a winner takes all match. Keep it that simple.
Maybe Mercedes one-ups Toni Storm, like where she takes the first blow this time. She doesn't wait for Toni Storm to do something, right? And she does something to beat Mina, to embarrass Mina, etc., right? To send a message to Toni Storm. Then that's how you get Toni Storm beating Mercedes Moné at All In. You know what I mean?
Possible.
So you maybe you get it like that.
Well,
that's the only way that makes sense for Toni Storm to beat her at All In my eyes.
While we're talking about All In, we will be doing a watch along July 12th at 7 p.m. for All In Texas. Another match in All In Texas we could talk about is Hangman Adam Page and Jon Moxley. Finally, they're actually interacting with each other.
Yeah, I still wish it was Will Osprey.
I feel like Will Osprey. I'm pretty sure we said this in one of our AW Dynamite's review videos. But Will Osprey might be the one to take the belt off of Jon Moxley. We can't be waiting for Darby Allin. I don't think
so. You got Hangman Adam Page in Texas. You got the Cowboy beating the skinhead Nazi or whatever in Texas. Because Texans don't run. You know what I mean?
Right.
Come on. It's tailor-made.
Let's say Hangman finally get the belt back.
And puts us to sleep. Well, anyways, go ahead.
Because you don't like when he comes out here, start off like this, and then he starts yelling like this. Yeah, we're not feeling it. Let's say maybe Will Osprey will ask for a title shot against Hangman.
Exactly. I mean, after all, we did have your back. Bruv, we went to war for you.
But little Swerve, whose house? Wants his title back also. Now you got a triple threat. But you don't stop there. You have MJF also been talking about he wants his baby back too, but MJF's so smart. He'll probably wait till after the triple threat, see who he's going to face, and then come for the belt.
Exactly. He's like, what do you think? Wrestle.
And you know what I would like? That triple threat match. Will Osprey wins, and that's how you get MJF and Will Osprey build up for a title shot. Yes, Will Osprey beat MJF before. Let's say this time he's with the Hurt Syndicate. Because remember, they did have a little interaction with Osprey when Bobby was facing Will Osprey and stuff like that. Will Osprey realized, MJF just got like a crew now. So I could see that happening. Build it up. Make Will Osprey have the belt for a while. Because he probably made the belt a little more interesting.
Honestly, I could see Will Osprey winning the championship like that. Where Hangman basically has a short title reign. I don't think he should have a long title reign.
90 days is long enough.
He's not that interesting.
Nope.
And you have Swerve cost him the match because if I'm not gonna win, you're not gonna win. And then we continue that rivalry and we put a bow on it.
Because they finally put a bow on it. They finally showing Swerve is somewhat showing a soft spot to Adam Page, especially after Adam Page literally just told the Young Bucks to leave Swerve alone. And he doesn't know that Swerve knows that he said that to him.
True. But how long do you get this bromance going between Swerve and Hangman Adam Page?
This is going to come out on All In Texas. Yes, there was a time when the Death Rider was last Wednesday beating the mess out of Hangman and the crowd was cheering for Swerve, and he never came out. You got Will Osprey, the Hobbs, or whatever they want to call them, the stupid name, and whoever else came out. But Swerve is going to come out All In Texas because we already know Jon Moss is going to do the number game. So that's when Swerve's going to get his little pop, his little respect to Hangman. And that's how you squish that. Granted, Hangman might win the belt. And then these two might be like, we helped you. Down the road, they're going to want a title shot, make it a triple threat. Whoever wins, Will Osprey. And then that's where you revisit Will Osprey versus MJF.
Right. As far as Will Osprey and MJF, but I
Yeah.
was referring to like what happens with Swerve and Hangman after
They're
that.
they're gonna have their little bromance and All In Texas. He gonna show respect at
No,
All In
no,
Texas.
no. I'm talking about after Hangman wins. You
He's
know what I
probably
mean?
gonna. I don't
'Cause,
think he's
like,
gonna attack
no,
him.
no, no. You say they end up going towards like a triple threat, right?
That might be like
where
a following
Osprey
week.
ends up winning, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, where does Hangman and Swerve go after Osprey wins? All fantasy booking, of course. But like, where
Who
does
knows? Because by then they're probably gonna squash their beef. They're gonna squash their beef pretty much in All In Texas.
so you think it's just gonna be like a fair and square, straight down the middle? Shake hands afterwards. Everybody holds up everybody's hands. All right, guys, good match.
You know what? I would think that, but then again, there might be some mess where like, because Will Ospreay's friends with both of these guys, right? It's a triple threat. Will Ospreay might do a few tag team moves with Hangman and attack Swerve. Swerve might get pissed at Will Ospreay for teaming it. You know, it might be something messy. But right now, the focus is I feel like Swerve is going to be nice to Hangman at All In Texas.
Right, but this is
And
after All In.
All In Texas, Swerve might end up saying, you know what? I helped you because I respect you, but that doesn't mean I don't want a title shot in the end of the day. Because he
Exactly.
also wants the belt back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if Hangman's got it, then that makes it even better. You know what I mean? Because he's like a 2-for-1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. And then somehow Will Ospreay wiggle his way into a title shot also.
I would say Osprey would win because of Swerve. Not so much as because Swerve is being a heel, but it's because like Hangman and Swerve get so wrapped up in,
Yeah, their feelings.
their history.
Yeah.
To where Swerve probably delivers like the last blow to knock out Hangman. Osprey throws Swerve out the ring, whatever, right? Something quick to get him down. And then 1, 2, 3. Osprey wins.
I mean, I would like to see not a huge
Look,
fan.
and then let's say Osprey wins, right? You get Swerve asking to run back that match that they had where the time ran out.
Right.
Let's see who the better man is. Let's see who blah blah blah.
Well, this time it's going to be Will Ospreay being the better man because both guys already beat him. They're not going to have Ospreay lose to him again.
Right.
Nah.
But what I'm saying is like it's just once a story culminates, it's like where does everybody that's involved go from there?
Right.
So you got to have, and it's a shame because they probably don't do this. they probably just think we got to get that belt on so and so, and we'll just figure whatever else out.
Speaking of figure it out, like they did with Zelina, which we will not talk about that.
It only took so many matches, many wasted hours on SmackDown, so many weeks, so many months to finally take that title off of Zelina Vega.
Thank you, Jesus.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. Oh my gosh. Thanks for doing the right thing, buddy.
Finally. But yes, I would like to see Will Ospreay. Granted, I'm not a big fan of him in the ring because he doesn't sell, but I feel like he will make the title matter, and he will have more not storylines, but more matches than against anybody else. As soon as you put it on Hangman, it's going to be boring. He's going to be dull. It's going to be like, yeah, you won. Now what? You only have
like
to
the
run.
First title shot
exactly.
or the title run that he had. Yeah.
So you will have no choice but to run back like Swerve and Will Ospreay to make him somewhat interesting, and then take that title off of him. That's it. He probably going to get a few matches building up to those two, but he's not having that title long. Nope.
All right. So moving on to NXT.
Ooh.
You got Blake Monroe, who's had a run-in with Jessie Jane with the official
influence.
with her NXT contract signing, right?
Yep.
So Fatal Influence has officially introduced themselves to Blake Monroe, and she went through a table as a result of it.
Like a champ.
Like a future champ, huh?
Exactly. But I don't think Blake Monroe is going to take the belt off of Jessie Jane.
Well, first, Jessie Jane has to deal with Jordan Grace.
Lord, we still with her. She's still in NXT. Botch a lot. Get your botch. What she said? Get your fresh botches over here. Yeah, Jordan Grace. She's not really ready for the main roster. Heck, I don't even think she's ready for a title shot right now because I'm still not bought into this juggernaut. In TNA, she looked great, but because they didn't really have a lot of like women that stand out. Like honestly, they're not joking when they say NXT has the best women's division in all wrestling. They are not, because each women have potential to be superstars, champions, movies, whatever you name it, they can be in it because they all have a character that they already know what they want to be. JC Jane is this rock star. She has to be the center of attention. She don't like newbies. You're not gonna come and take her shine, because if you take her shine, she's gonna take you out. Jordan Grace, you are a juggernaut, but I'm really not seeing, because she's been doing too many lucha moves. I thought you was a juggernaut. Why am I saying lucha moves? Why are you flipping, trying to, suicide dive? Stop all that. We need to see some power moves. Her music is trash, in my opinion, too. I don't know why she changed her music, but she did.
Yeah, I don't like the music. Honestly, don't care for Jordan Grace. Like when TNA got Stephanie McCurr, Julia, and Delta.
NXT?
Yeah, NXT. All right, so when they got like all of those ladies, Jordan Grace, by the time she came in, it was such an afterthought. Like, this wasn't Joe Hendry coming in and improving the men's division or anything like that, right? This was Jordan Grace coming into an already great women's division. Mind you, behind Stephanie McCurr and Julia, and, Delta was already, Delta joined, yeah. But Zarya.
So many name changes.
Zarya, formerly known as Delta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jordan Grace was supposed to follow that.
Exactly.
And now you got JC Jane, who just stepped up. She's the NXT Women's World Champ. And I mean, who really wants to see JC drop that title right now? JC is doing some great work right now. I feel like she's really good on the mic, which matters, okay?
Very.
And she definitely has personality. Like, and she's that heel that actually speaks the truth. But she's a heel, so she uses, dirty tactics, whatever she's got to do to assert her dominance. But she's not a chicken heel.
No.
And I like that. And I feel like she's really just now getting her first real opportunity to show what she can do. And I feel like Blake Monroe won't just come in and just beat JC Jane first shot or anything like that. I feel like for Blake Monroe's character, we're going to have to see some character development, evolution, etc. Like, yes, she has a character. We like what we've seen so far, but we also have to learn like who Blake Monroe really is, and how she is in certain situations. You know what I mean? Is she the type? Is she a babyface? Is she heel? Is she going to be a chicken? Is she brave? Like, does she stand by her word when she says she's going to do X, Y, and Z? And when will she deliver? Like, will she have any friends in the women's division on NXT? Like, what, you know what I mean? It's like, we don't know enough yet for her to just jump right into being the women's champ.
I don't think she'll have a lot of friends. She'll probably have acquaintance and stuff like that, because she's not someone to be in a tag team. They better not put her with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, because, they have their little thing going on with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. Blake Monroe, I do like the fact that you brought up that she should lose to JC Jane at first, because I don't like when they always sign somebody and then they automatically get a title shot and then they automatically win the title. Like Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints, he was like, I'm not going to say a big star in AEW, but you could tell he is a star. But right now, NXT, I don't feel like he's in his full potential right now. This babyface Ricky is not what I'm feeling. I like that they took the belt off of him. They put it on Ethan Page. Honestly, Ethan Page is doing phenomenal. I'm not really a big fan of him, like, hurting people's, like, bones and stuff. But he's the heel that we need right now in NXT besides Trick Williams.
Yeah, I feel like, all right, since you brought up Ricky Saints, I feel like the truth about Ricky Saints is he could have been a big star in AEW.
Yeah.
He should have like, and this is Tony Khan. Honestly, I think this is more on Tony Khan than it is on Ricky Starks, because anytime Ricky Starks was in the ring, especially around the time where where CM Punk was still there, Ricky Starks was actually doing some pretty good work, and all of that got derailed whenever CM Punk got fired from the company, right? That's where Ricky Starks' push pretty much went out the window.
It's like CM Punk got fired, Ricky Stark got benched, just like that.
He got thrown in Guantanamo Bay.
Lord, like he was pretty much home just working out, waiting for a phone call. Oh, we got something for you. Nah, we're just gonna keep you over there. You know what? Matter of fact, I'll do one better. I'll just release you from your contract.
I just feel like AEW's the type of company like you see how Swerve went from pretty much nobody in WWE to now he's a star in AEW. He's like one of the top guys. It's not to say that
but
if
he got there. Yeah,
exactly. I feel like the same thing could have happened with Ricky Starks, where he would probably be a bigger star in AEW, and then once that happened, then you transition to WWE. But I feel like he's going over there carrying himself like he was a big star in AEW, but he hadn't really become a big star yet. Yes, people liked him, but we didn't really see enough from him develop in AEW to the point where we put him on big star level. People would often go, well, why isn't he one of the pillars, right? And you don't call one of the big stars a pillar.
No.
Because you're thinking of rookies. Like, you know what I mean? When you think of pillars, you're thinking of day one rookies that have stuck with the company, and you could see them changing and growing and improving into stars. But Ricky Starks was already supposed to be a potential superstar in AEW, but we never really quite saw the development, take place and to get into that level. And I feel like in NXT, it's going to take for him to go heel. And from there, it's going to be mic work, personality to get him to that next level.
The question is, how do we get there? That's the problem, 'cause he's with Ethan Page
Well,
right
it's going to take... it depends on who his opponents will be going forward. So you got to have the right baby face. I would say Javon Evans would be a really good baby face.
Yeah, because he's one of their biggest baby face in NXT right now.
And who else? Like, you would need at least, like, say, 2 to 3. Let's say Javon Evans becoming one.
You got to bring someone from Evolve, Sean Legacy.
No, it's got to be somebody that we know and actually care.
Well, a lot of people know Sean Legacy now.
Right, but I don't know. Who else in NXT? If you had to name one more person,
I feel like
a baby face.
Everyone in NXT feel like a heel to me at this point, besides Javon Evans.
Have to revisit this.
Yeah, I don't think they have a lot of baby faces because they have this. What's the new guy's name that's so boring? Who attacked John Evans? Was it Troy? Jasper Troy. Whatever. Boring Troy.
Stupid name.
Oh Lord.
Just to call him Troy.
Lord. Well, Troy.
Big T or something. You know what I mean? Something.
As you see what they're trying to do now, he already lost to Obafemi, and now it looks like they want him to build up to get a rematch with Obafemi. Do not put that belt on Troy. I'm gonna tell you.
What I would rather see. I would rather see Obafemi versus Ricky Saints. I would rather see a heel Ricky Saints try and chop down the big oak tree known as Obafemi.
Darula!
And I would want to see Ricky Saints somehow figure out how to do that. By cheating, of course.
I don't feel like Oba should lose the title. He's just relinquished.
Exactly, but if he does, he's got somebody's got to cheat to beat him. I mean, there's no way you're getting a clean victory over Obafemi.
I said relinquish it like he just giving it away.
Of course, I would rather him relinquish it, but I'm saying, I don't know, cause like, see, Oba, the people love Oba, right? And I guess he's more of like a tweener. Well, really, he's a baby face.
Tweener. Because he still has that, like, he doesn't cheat to win.
He's okay
obviously.
with beating people down like a
Yeah,
heel,
Yeah.
but at the same time, he's a good enough guy where he will compliment someone for trying hard or for doing what they set out to do, even though they might have come up short against him, like Miles Bourne,
Exactly.
right? Where he told him, he was like, you shocked me. I underestimated you. You showed me something. You do have potential,
but not right now.
Right, not while Obafemi's the ruler of
But
NXT.
yeah, I'm not feeling Gasper Troy at all. He's not even a believable heel. He looks, I don't know, just Lord.
I think there's something there. It's just
it's just not.
I think they just testing the waters. How will he do with certain big guys and also top guys? So I mean, I think that's just them dipping their toes in the water with Jasper Troy. That's just they're also getting people used to seeing, just like Shawn Legacy came up from NXT, right? Where he's
Evolve.
not officially Evolve. Too many shows. All right, but it's getting you used to seeing the wrestlers from Evolve interact with the wrestlers from NXT and start to have a natural pipeline back and forth. And eventually, where you see Evolve characters transfer to NXT, which will ultimately transfer to the main roster. But I think all they're doing is just trying to create a pipeline. And you have Jasper Troy from LFG, right? And that's another pipeline. Because now you got Tyra May Steele and whoever else. Laney Reed. Where's Laney Reed from? Evolve?
Who?
Laney Reed. She's the one. Remember whenever Blake Monroe showed up?
Look,
you had all the different women come out and talk to JC Jane.
When she first came out, I was like, who in the Sam heck is this? Never heard of her. Maybe she got a pop. Like, they show her a few times. She really doesn't stand out for me. I'm just like, who is this chick? And what is she? Gymnastics, cowgirl? I don't know. I don't even know what she is. So, who? Moving on from her. But, so she's just not interesting.
Yeah, I didn't bring her up.
No, I get what you're saying.
I was just pointing out that they're creating pipelines for LFG, Evolve,
maybe she
NXT, TNA, and AAA. So it's almost like they're treating all these places like territories, but at the same time, like, obviously, you got Evolve, NXT as like developmental. So
I think, and now it's switched. I believe Evolve is the developmental.
Developmental.
Like,
and NXT is like an unofficial third brand, which we've all treated like that for years, anyways.
So, who needs to come from Evolve is Kylie Armstrong.
I think Kiana Carver. Callie Armstrong,
and Oba would have had a great match. He would be a better match than Gasper Boring Troy. I'm sorry. Like, he could actually talk. He's good in the ring.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the match between Jasper Troy and Obafemi. It's just I don't know anything about Jasper Troy to care about Jasper Troy, but I did like the match. I could tell he's gonna be the type that no sells finishers
Troy?
and stuff like that. So he's, I guess, whatever. He's like, I'm gonna need something other than big guy that acts scary or whatever.
Walks around with a chain, hair to the face, bruh. I don't know what you're doing,
but I do feel like there is something there.
We'll just have to see. But moving on, let's talk about a little bit about SmackDown.
This coming up SmackDown?
No, just like potential, like, we have Julia now, the new United States champion, and I hope to God Zelina does not get a rematch. But I do see Alexa Bliss trying to go against Julia because she's not really a main eventer. She's a mid card. So it's like, you put the belt on Julia. Who do you feel like will be the first to try to go after her? Maybe not Charlotte, but probably Alexa.
Alexa Bliss. No, because she's involved with whatever she's got going on with Charlotte. So if they ever, either one goes for a title, it'll probably be, Well, there's only one set of women's tag titles, right?
Yeah,
And you
thank
got
God.
Raquel and soon to be Roxanne. We all see it coming.
It's coming,
But-
most definitely.
So I think it's too soon for like Alexa and Charlotte. Obviously, they haven't officially teamed up yet, but like, let's say they do within this week. I think it's too soon for them to go after. Well, that's your Evolution match right there.
Because right now in Evolution,
Charlotte, Alexa versus Raquel and Roxanne.
not if the Bellas has something to do with it.
I mean, it's just. Anyways, it's not like they really booked anything for that show.
Just
so
one
how important
match,
is it?
JC Jane versus Jordan Grace. That's the only match they have right now. It's like they finally bringing back Evolution. Honestly, I didn't even like the first one, so they only brought it back because of the Bellas, just so they could be back on WWE.
Yeah. All right. Getting back to topic though. So who's gonna be first to face Julia? What are my choices?
I mean, I could see Chelsea Green, because she likes to do little
Again.
talk smack, just to give Julia a couple reps in.
Nah.
Chelsea Green would be a good fit for her to make a look
Kyrie
good.
Sane.
Kyrie, who? Kyrie Sane is on Raw.
I know.
She is not. No.
Look,
we're talking about SmackDown.
Look, you gotta remember, I come from a time where there wasn't
those
a
times
brand
are over
split.
now. So
Okay.
brand split.
Yeah, well, they keep booking themselves in the corners because we keep getting the same people fighting each other 10 weeks in a row. So, sounds like the brand split isn't working as good as they thought it would. But for her to go, let me see. Once again, got to think of who's on SmackDown.
Be fat.
No, see, do you see what I'm saying? Like, she would have to go to Raw or NXT. Hell, even Evolve.
Oh my god.
To find some competition. I mean, who is on SmackDown? Like, cause all the only people that really should be challenging her, they're already going for the world title.
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
going
You
for
got
Tiffany
Chelsea
Stratton.
Green. You got Alexa Bliss. You have Zelina. We have Zelina Vega. Michin and B-Fab is so-called tag team. They're never winning that belt. And
A bunch of jobbers.
pretty much.
No, there's no point. Look, you have Bayley, right, for like the Intercontinental.
Bayley.
Let's just do a
Byron.
comparison right here. Look at the level of competition for, say, the Intercontinental. Now look at the level of competition for United States.
Hey, Kyrie might have to go to SmackDown.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, the competition is just not there.
Piper Evans.
Well, what Piper Nivens, but like that's the same thing that Zelina just did.
Mm-hmm.
So you get what I'm saying? Like,
That's why I
nobody
said
wants to see more Piper Niven and Alba Fire and Chelsea Green matches to compete for the United States title. We need new challengers. We just got a new champion.
Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace is going to lose to JC Jane, and then she's going to be going to SmackDown.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense.
She's
Yep.
yeah. Jordan Grace.
Jordan will see you in about 2 weeks.
So hold on to that title. Polish it up, Julia, because
After
Jordan Grace is
Evolution,
coming for it.
Jordan Grace will officially be on SmackDown,
Yep.
and she'll be the first to go after Julia officially.
Officially, most definitely. So Zelina most likely going to get her rematch, probably even Friday, or let's just
Yeah,
say
that'll get us through this
SummerSlam.
week.
Just
Not even SummerSlam. Ain't no way.
Night of Champions, whatever title,
No
whatever
way.
PLE, the pay-per-view, whatever.
You
they coming
have
up
what?
with.
You have Saturday night's main event,
There you go.
Evolution, and then SummerSlam, right?
That's a lot.
So, what I'm saying is, Zelina ain't got time for that. She'll get a SmackDown. They'll run that back. She'll get squashed again. She'll be done.
No, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Evolution. Because Evolution is the whole women's pay-per-view.
Yeah, I get that, but
And they ain't got nothing right now.
man,
Not even Rhea Ripley could say that pay-per-view. That pay-per-view, I'm telling you, let me start off by saying the women's division have gotten better throughout the years. This is one of the strongest women division I have seen on WWE. But you booking these pay-per-views for all women's match? Because there's no build. You have 2 weeks to build something.
well, that's
Who?
look. If you say they got the best women's roster or whatever that they've had like in a long time or
Mhm.
ever, which is debatable, but The booking is not there.
Yeah.
So what
that's
does
the
it really
problem.
matter?
That's the problem.
What does it really matter if the booking's not there? We had New Day with one of the best heel turns ever.
Oh my gosh.
And then creative couldn't do nothing with it.
They had one job.
You had the Street Profits. They get like kind of a personality change, and then eventually they basically acting just like they did before, just the cups aren't dropping. I mean, if the creative is not there, then what does it really matter?
Yeah.
And so far, Triple H has showed that he is not creative enough to make any new stars. Like, do you know how much can be done with Naomi's character? Just her character alone. Then you have a character like Karrion Kross.
Oh gosh, I don't want to get started with the Karrion Kross.
You have Braun Breaker sitting right there.
Braun Breaker's with Seth Rollins now.
I get that, but that's
but I'm
how
saying
he
they're
booked.
holding him back.
Yeah, that's what creative booked. I mean, there's characters there.
Like, I can piggyback to Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn, Night of Champions. This was their chance to make Karrion Kross beat Sami Zayn, to continue the storyline with those two of Karrion Kross trying to show that Sami Zayn has to go to the dark side, show his true colors. You're not this nice guy that they're saying that you are. You are really this cheat to win guy. And instead, they made Sami Zayn beat Karrion Kross. Now where we go from here? Nowhere. You don't go nowhere from it. Honestly, they should have made Karrion Kross do some dirty tactics, cheat to beat Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn get upset after whatever. They go against each other. Not fight, but like pretty much talk a little trash again on Monday night. Build it up probably the Saturday night main event or whatever. So we can see who Karrion Kross really is. Instead, you made him look stupid by keep running back and forth, trying to attack Sami in the turnbuckle, and then tend to get louver kick in 1, 2, 3. That was the end of the match. Terrible booking. Terrible booking. It made Karrion Kross look weak, and Sami Zayn did not need that win right now.
So what do we have up next?
I do want to touch base on the Wyatt Six and how they're trying to make them win the tag team titles. What in the world? My opinion about it, they do not need the tag team titles. The Wyatt Six is dead. No one is feeling the Wyatt Six anymore. I mean, you watched Night of Champions. How was the crowd?
For the Wyatt Six?
Yeah.
They weren't at Night of Champions.
Night of Champions the night before.
You talking about SmackDown?
Yeah.
Didn't care. Just like me. Just like all of you listening, you don't care whatever the Wyatt Six is doing. Like, they're here to sell mask shirts and have creepy entrances and creepy exits.
And
that's about it. That's about it.
I feel like if Alexa Bliss is not trying to be a part of it, keep it that way. Because
if Bray Wyatt is not a part of it,
yeah,
then what are we doing?
That's
this
why
was
I'm
his
glad.
brainchild.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have the person with the vision there, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Like, what's his name? Uncle Howdy don't even look like Uncle Howdy no more. Like, it's like they don't even understand what was the purpose of Uncle Howdy, and then Bray Wyatt, and then the Fiend. The Fiend was obviously Bray Wyatt, because Bray Wyatt was this nice guy. And when things get crazy, Uncle Howdy will summon his demon side.
Moon Knight. No,
pretty
the
much.
Fiend.
Let's say Moon Knight.
Right.
Moon Knight was the nice guy, innocent. And then when things get, dark, he turned into this monster, ancient, whatever. Just like Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, Fiend. Bray Wyatt had his little imaginary friends. His imaginary friends decided to turn monsters because they just got tired of the bullying or whatever the reason being. But Uncle Howdy was pretty much summoning people's dark side. And instead, they have Uncle Howdy looking like, first, the mask looks stupid. He has like 5 different hairstyles now. What are we doing here? I mean, the Wyatt Six is dead. It's over. No one cares for them. The Street Profits title reign, I like that they got the title, but they really haven't been booking them to look like a dominant champion right now. Well, just to wrap it up, Open Mic Night episode 4, because I don't want to talk too much about the Street Profit. Once again, thank you for listening to Open Mic Night on Sunday. We do it every Sunday, except for this coming Sunday, except it's 4th of July weekend. So everyone enjoy your 4th of July with your loved ones. This is the Wrestling Bubble TWB. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment of what you think about AEW, WWE, NXT, and also what do you want us to talk about on Sunday? Because this is open for all. That's the point of Open Mic Night. You share whatever you have to say.
We talk about all things under the wrestling bubble. So stay tuned for our next video, which will be Monday Night Raw review. From there, we'll do NXT, AEW, and Friday Night SmackDown.